Right, so let's take feet hip width. Just stand in the soles of your feet. Big shoulder roll. Shake out through your arms, soften down into the soles of your left foot, your right foot evenly, stand evenly into your big toe, your little toe, your heel. And maybe as you let your eyes close or soften your eyes, just rock very gently forwards and back and feel that transfer of weight into the balls of your feet, into your heels. As you pull back into your heels, maybe draw your toes up and spread them. Let's find our breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in through one face, breathe out through the other, and then bring yourself back to your center. And we're going to take that movement left and right. Okay, so we're just rocking from side to side. Beautiful. And then bring yourself back over your center. Take an inhale, float those arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, roll it back and release. Breathe in. Follow your fingers with your eyes. And then release your gaze when your hands go too far. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Let's float one arm up to the ceiling. Exhale it up and over. Inhale back through center. Exhale. Up and over. As your arm comes over, glue your ear to your arm. So don't let that head drop away. Just let your neck follow the line of your spine. Inhale up. Exhale over. One last one. Inhale. Float the arms wide, float the feet wide. Take a very free rotation. Just let the arms flow. Oh, maybe pick up the ball of your foot. And we're going to bring it back to center. We're going to inhale, float the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Then as you exhale, round down through the back of your neck. Release your arms down to the floor. Soft knees, let's release it all the way down. Let the head hang and maybe take a little shake out through the neck, through the shoulders. Fingers to elbows. And then you're going to bend one knee and twist away from the bent knee. You're going to come back through center. Twisting away from the bent knee. Head hanging heavy. Let's bring it back to our center. Release the arms down to the mat. Lift the tailbone as we inhale. Then exhale, come all the way up. We're going to inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Let's flow with breath now. Let's inhale, exhale, round down, inhale. Through the back of the neck, round down through spine. Let go into that fold. Take an inhale, lift your tailbone. Exhale, roll up. From your tailbone all the way up to your spine. Inhale up to the ceiling. Eyes to fingers. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, round down through the back of the neck. One last one. Exhale it down. Whoa, starting to release. All the way down through the length of your spine and then reset. As you exhale, inhale it up to the ceiling. Exhale, release those arms down. Maybe bring them to crucifix. You're going to come up onto the ball of one foot and just give it a good old wiggle. Push down into the ball of the foot. Maybe lift your other foot and stand on the ball of that foot. Let's lift it up. Come right up onto the tips of the toes and see if you can flip your toes over. Then pick up the foot entirely. Just wiggle out through the ankle. One way and the other. Toes to floor. All in balance. We're going to exhale, open out. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, open out. Shoulders away from the ears. Crown of the head lifted. Exhale. One last one. Exhale it away. Inhale it back to center. Spin the ankle back down to the floor. Pick up the heel of foot number 2. And we're just going to work into the ball of that foot. And then flip the toes over if it's there for you, or just come up into a little balance, tip the toes on the mat. A little wiggle around. Float the arms, come up into a balance, begin to work into the hip. Exhale it out, inhale it back in. Exhale it out. Maybe foot on the floor if you need it, or hand on the wall. One more. Exhale it out. Inhale it back in. Spin the ankle on the way down. Come seated. Woo. All the way down onto your mat. Hands on hamstrings. We're going to move. Okay? So hands on hamstrings. Lift all the way up. Bring that t-shirt back against the wall. Crown of the head lifted. Chin tucked in. Ponytail. Shoulders. Soft shoulders away from the ears. Warm it up. Inhale. Roll down through spine. Squeeze down through the back of the leg and C-curve your spine. Exhale it back up. Knees stay pointed to the ceiling. Big toes on the mat if you can. Inhale. Roll it down. Exhale it back up. Let's take those arms away if you wish to. Inhale, roll down. Exhale. Bring it all the way back up. Inhale, roll it down. We're going to add some rotation then. And exhale, come up. So we're going to inhale, roll down and open, all in one breath. Exhale, fold it back in, come up. Inhale, roll down and open. Reach through the fingers of that hand. So we float the back of the hand out behind us. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more each side. Breathe it in. Open it out. All one flowing movement. Move with breath. Exhale it up. Inhale. And exhale. One last one. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Inhale. Exhale. Roll all the way down through spine. We're coming into 100. So you bring your rib cage to the back of your skull. Your feet to the mat. We pick up those feet 1 and 2. Bring the knees over the belly. Hug the inside seams of your leggings together. Hands on hamstrings as you pick up your ponytail. You may want to take it back to the floor, but we lift through the crown of the head. We're going to wiggle out until we find where we want to be. Float the arms parallel with the floor. And begin to reach those legs away until you find your mojo. Let's go. Inhale. Exhale. The palms turn through one phase of the breath. That arm pump is really strong. You keep the legs quiet. You keep the shoulders quiet pretty much. Pelvis stays still. Tailbone reaches away. Breathe. Head can come down at any moment. You can stop the arm pump. You can bring your knees closer to your belly. I'm going to call that 6. Let's go. One last circle of breath here. Or just get yourself to 10. Whenever you do, there's no hurry. Hands on hamstrings when you're ready. Ponytail to mat. Let's take a little rock out from side to side. We're going to roll ourselves from here up to seated. So push your legs into your hands. Pick up your ponytail. Roll. All the way up through spine. Send your legs into a V. With spine stretching 2 ways. So knees bent if you need to. Legs long if it's there for you. Toes to ceiling if you have the range. Float the arms long to start with. Draw the head of the arm goes back against that wall. Take an inhale, round down through the back of the neck. Then exhale. 3 bits of elastic, 1 on the crown of your head and 1 on each set of fingertips, drawing you towards the wall in front. We inhale in our fold and then we exhale, roll up from the tailbone, all the way up through spine. Draw the head of the arm bone back to that wall. Float your arms down to the mat. Thumbs connect on the mat. Inhale, round down through the back of the neck. Exhale. This time our intention changes. Our intention is to take the crown of the head down to the mat, just in front of our knees. As we exhale, we're going to inhale in that fold. We're going to exhale, draw the fingertips back towards us. Lift through the crown of the head, float those arms back up to parallel. Inhale, round down through the back of the neck. Exhale, reach. So you feel that expansion in your upper back. You feel that length created in your neck through to the crown of your head. Take an inhale here. Exhale, roll it up from the tailbone. Begin to restack through the waist, all the way up through the rib cage to the crown of the head. Float those arms down, thumbs connect. Inhale, round down through the back of the neck. Exhale. Stay even on your sits bones. Take an inhale in your fold, and exhale. Roll it up, all the way up. From the tailbone, lift through the crown of the head. One last set. Float those arms up. Head of the arm bone draws back. Ponytail. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, reach away with the crown of the head. We don't want to lose our neck between our shoulders. Reach, reach, reach. Long line. Inhale in that fold. Exhale. Round it up. Thumbs to the mat. Inhale, round down through the back of the neck. Exhale. Crown of the head down to the mat. Woo! A little bit more open, hopefully. Inhale in that fold. Exhale, round it all the way back up. Bring your legs together. Come into a soft fold. Reach for your feet, your calves. Bring your chest down towards your thighs. Reach long through the crown of the head. Then we're going to roll down through spine. It's a full body stretch. Reach it away. Float those arms back over the shoulders. Bring them to the mat. Walk the feet to the hip width apart, and then draw your wall leg in towards you. We're going to pick up that wall knee. Float your thumbs to the edge of your mat. Palms turned down. You're coming into single leg circle. Maybe let's just add a little sprinkle of toes to nose on both legs. Squeeze. So we pull that knee across the body as we inhale. We anchor down through the screen leg. Exhale, circle down, push the heel towards the wall in front of you, the sole of the foot. Circle it back round and in. Inhale, same way. Exhale. Shoulders stay on the mat, the pelvis moves. Inhale, exhale. One last one here. Inhale it round. Exhale it back in. Let's draw that knee in towards the chest. Release the ankles now. Point the toes away from you. Take a little squeeze there. And then draw the toes to your nose of your screen leg. We're going to float the wall leg back up, but this time we're extending through the ankle. You may be working with straight leg also. We go out towards the wall. Inhale. Exhale it down round. Scoop it back in. Inhale. Exhale it down round. Scoop it back in. Inhale. Exhale. One last one. Inhale. Exhale down round. Scoop it back in. Knee to chest. Somebody sit there. Then as you draw your knee to your chest, scoop your screen leg back in and bring it to tabletop. So we've got the screen leg in tabletop. We're hugging the wall leg. We're going to release that wall leg to tabletop and bring the hands to the mat. We're doing a one leg scissor now. So we're taking the wall leg to the floor, opening the hip and closing it. The screen leg stays still. We pick it up. There's the option to put that screen leg on the floor as you move the wall leg. We exhale it away. We inhale it back up. Be very careful that you're balanced on your pelvis now. You're not leaning into your screen hip. You want that wall hip on the floor. I'm going to do 3 more. Exhale it away. Shoulders away from the ears. Push down through the palms of the hands to give yourself more stability. If you want a little less, you bring that screen knee over your belly. One last one. Exhale it away. Inhale it back in. Let's bring both knees in towards our rib cage. Shake out. Rock from side to side. Do whatever you need to do to release. The wall leg goes away from us. You stretch it long along the mat. Toes to nose, both legs, and then thumbs to the edge of the mat. Let's go. Take that screen knee across the wall as we inhale. Exhale, circle it down round. Pick it up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So you're pushing with the sole of the foot. One last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that knee in towards your rib cage. Release your ankles. Point your toes away from you. Whoa. Let it go for a minute. Then toes to nose of the wall leg. The screen leg releases out into its start position. It may be straight leg. It may be bent leg. It's going to be a little bit bigger this time, maybe, as you take it towards the screen. Down round. Scoop it back up and in. Open the hip. Down round. Scoop it back in. Inhale. And exhale. Rib cage down. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring that knee in towards the belly. And as you do, we're going to float the wall leg into tabletop. Bring it all the way up to tabletop. Hold it there for a minute. Just find your balance in your pelvis. And then also release your screen leg to tabletop. Hands to the mat. Push down through your thumbs. Begin to open into your single leg scissors. Exhale it away. Inhale, pick it up. Option to put that wall leg on the floor or bring the knee closer to your belly. Slowly down, slowly up. Control it. Rib cage to mat. Have you arched your back? Push down through the back of the rib cage. Soft through the back of the skull. Just 2 more. Exhale away. Inhale, pick it back up. One last one. Exhale it away. Woo. Inhale, bring it back up. Knees to rib cage. Let's take eyebrows to knees. With a little rock, ponytail back to the mat. Little rock from side to side. And then a little roll all the way back up to seated. We're going to do a little bit of hip release now. So we're going to take those legs into a wide V, as wide as you comfortably can. Hands either side of your wall leg, no matter which leg, hopefully. Okay, take a little fold down now. Draw your chin down towards your sternum. Roll down through the crown of the head. And have your intention of bringing the crown of your head just below your kneecap, but you want to anchor down through that screen hip. Walk both hands inside the leg. Bring your hands together, the palms of your hands together, and then roll your screen shoulder out. Can you look under that shoulder and roll your shoulder back to the wall behind you? Anchor down through that screen hip again. We're going to roll the screen shoulder down towards the mat. And then walk your hands either side of your leg, walk them back towards you and come all the way back up to seated. Wall hands coming behind you, behind your pelvis. The screen hands coming outside your wall leg. Just going to take a twist there. You're going to lift up, push down with the wall hand behind you. And reach away with the fingers of that screen hand now. Start to reach them. Let the head soften down. Walk it back in. Hands behind you. Take a little shake out, a little wiggle. We're coming to side 2. So hands either side of your screen leg. Start to fold down through the crown of the head. As you do, slide your hands forwards. Let them go wherever they want to go. Yeah. Let the crown of the head soften down, but anchor down through that wall hip. Don't let it lift. We're going to just wiggle. Screen hand on the inside of the screen leg. Take the palms of the hands together. And then roll your wall shoulder out towards the wall. You're going to release your hand from your hand. Roll it out, float that arm up in the air, but come very open through your wall side body. Your wall side body, that sounds weird. Then we roll it back down. Hands either side of the leg. Just recenter now over that leg and walk the hands back up. We're still rotated. We're going to take our screen hand behind us to the center of our pelvis. Our wall hands coming outside our screen leg. Push down, lift up, and then start to walk those fingers of the wall hand outside the screen leg as far as you can go without lifting that wall hip. Let the head go. Probably a bit like Marmite. Feels a bit like Marmite. Let's wiggle them back in. Let's bring those hands to center. Just slide them away for a minute. Reach long out of the hips. Then we're going to come up. We're coming straight into saw. Knees bent, if you need to. Toes to ceiling, if you can. Hands to mat. Reach away from the pelvis. Just take a moment to push down and elevate. Things are probably chatting to you in your hips already. Stay with it. Let's go. Let's exhale, rotate. Wall hand comes behind you. Your screen arm, little finger reaches outside the little toe. We inhale up through center. Big breath now. Exhale, rotate. Hand to mat, little finger outside the little toe. Again, anchor down through the pelvis. Inhale. Option to keep that arm in the air. Exhale. Inhale. Crown of the head reaches past the foot. So we reach long through spine. Inhale it up. Exhale. Rotate. Reach. One more each side. Let's go. However, that was side two. So one more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Hold. Spin those legs to the top end of your mat or the bottom end of your mat. Take a little roll down through spine. Let's find full body stretch. And then a release in shoulder bridge. So walk your feet in, 1, 2. Bring your arms over your shoulders. Bring them down to the mat. Once your feet are settled on the mat, push into the soles of your feet and begin to lift your pelvis up, up, up. Keep lifting. Flare your rib cage. Let it go. Really push into the soles of your feet and open your front body. Options here to take the hands behind you. If you've got the range, you might be able to rock onto the heel of your hands and put your hands on the back of your pelvis. We're just going to open that front body for a minute. Then wherever your hands were, whether they were interlocked behind you or on the back of your pelvis, you're going to release them down by your sides. We're going to roll down through spine. Arms wide, feet together. Arms to crucifix, knees together, feet together. Let's take those knees towards the screen and turn the head towards the wall. Come back through center. And we'll rotate the other way. As you come back through center, kind of lift yourself up and wiggle yourself towards the back side of your mat. We're going to roll all the way over onto our belly and onto our hands and knees. That was neat, wasn't it? Heel of the hands onto the shoulders. Knees hip width apart, push down through the heel of the hands. Find a long shelf in the back of your ponytail, all the way down to your tailbone. So you're pushing your rib cage. Push the floor away with the heel of your hands. Inhale, exhale. Let's release the screen leg out behind us. Tuck the toes underneath. And we're going to pick up that screen leg. So we're going to take an inhale here. As we exhale, we float it out towards the screen and touch the toes down. We're going to inhale it up and draw an arc with the heel in the air. And we take it outside the wall leg and touch the toes down. So we inhale up, exhale, reach towards the screen. So you're drawing a great big arc. The pelvis is going to move a little bit, but we don't want it flaring out. Lift it up. Try and tuck it under. Pick it up and reach it down. One last one. Pick it up. Reach it round. And then take it over the wall leg and touch it down. Bring it back in line with the hip. Tuck it under. Sit back in rest pose. Take a little wiggle out. Come back up onto all fours. Let's work that wall leg now. So we reach it away, tuck the toes under, pick it up. Take an inhale here. Exhale it towards the wall. Inhale, pick it up. Sweep it up and over and touch it down outside the screen leg. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. One semicircle. One breath. Inhale. Exhale. Try and keep the shoulders still. Let the pelvis move. One last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the knee back under the hip. Sit back. A little wiggle out. Come up onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders. Float your screen arm out in front of you, shoulder height. So this time we're going to inhale, float it back. As you float it back, turn the palm up to the ceiling and the thumb draws out behind the pelvis. We exhale it back up and over. If you need to take the weight out of your shoulders, you come back over your heels with your pelvis. If you can do, you're going to take the weight in your shoulder. Inhale, exhale, reach it long. One last one. Inhale. Hand comes under the shoulder. We're going to just tuck that palm underneath us. Flip the palm over. And so you're looking at the palm of the hand is facing the ceiling. You know how much weight you can take in there. We're just going to take a little rock forwards and back. There might be no weight at all. Just going to stretch into the wrist. But if it's there for you, and then sit back on your heels, maybe tuck your toes under and just release out through the wrists before we come to side. So, you know the hands under the shoulders, back in our box position. Reboot your little system. Inhale, exhale, float that arm long. So we've got the palm facing down to start with. We begin to float it round, turn the palm to the ceiling, so your thumb almost touches the side seam of your leggings, so it would do if it's on the floor. Inhale it up, exhale it back. Remember to adjust your weight off that shoulder if you need to. We're going to do 4. I don't know how many you did the other side, but maybe do the same number. I only did 3 because I was talking so much. Inhale, exhale. Hand comes back onto the shoulder. We lift the palm up to the ceiling. Just take a little moment there to find that stretch and a little bit of weight in that wrist if it's there for you. And then tuck your toes under, walk your hands back towards your knees. Sit back on your heels. Again, if it's there for you, otherwise flip your toes out. We're going to come up into thigh stretch. So knees hip width apart. Lose the seams in the front of your leggings. Put your arms to shoulder height. Head of the elbow comes back against that wall. We might have our toes tucked under if it's there, but those heels are pointed to the ceiling. Inhale it back. Exhale it up. Keep the rib cage tucked in. So you go back like an island. Inhale. Slowly down, slowly up. If you want more, those arms come parallel with your ears. Rib cage stays tucked in. Inhale it back. Inhale. Shoulders away from the ears. 2 more. Inhale. Let's bring those hands to mat. Keep your toes tucked under if you're coming into upstretch. If you want to come into cat and cow, that's fine. Otherwise, the toes stay tucked under and we come all the way up into our upstretch. You might need to wiggle your feet a bit to find your position. Ears parallel with the arms, knees soft, heels reach towards the floor. They might touch the floor. And then we're coming forwards into plank. So if you're on your hands and knees, just walk your knees a little bit further back. We're in half plank. Otherwise, you've got your toes tucked under, and we're coming into full plank. We're going to push the floor away with the heel of our hands. Our shoulders are over the heel of our hands. Find your breath. Just 2 more circles of breath here. Inhale, exhale. Don't let that ponytail drop away from the shelf. Come down onto our belly. Knees to mat, chest to mat. Spin those wrists. And then interlock your fingers underneath your forehead. Rest your head on your hands. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Bring the inside seams of your leggings together and reach them to the wall behind you. Not much to think about, just lying on your belly. Let's go. Let's take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, I want you to push the floor away with the palms of your hands and start to float your ponytail up in the air and the front of your t-shirt. Your elbows are lifting. We're going to inhale it back down. We're going to exhale it up. We're going to lift those elbows. Lift the front of your t-shirt, as much of it as you can, off the mat. Exhale up. Inhale it back down. One more here. Exhale it up. Shoulders away from your ears. Inhale it back down. So have a think now, how high could I go and still lift my hands off the mat? That work is now transferring out of the shoulders into the lower back as we exhale up. Inhale it back down. We're going to exhale up. We're going to take it into 2 breaths now. We inhale, fingers to forehead. We exhale, we hold. We inhale, we float it back down. So exhale up. Inhale, fingers to the forehead. Exhale, hold. Inhale, float it back down. What are those legs doing? Anchored together. You might float them off the mat if you want to. The knees float off. There's no bend in the knees. We just pick it up. So we exhale up. Inhale, fingers to forehead. Exhale, hold. Inhale, forehead comes back down. 2 more. Exhale it up. Inhale. Exhale. Woo. Inhale, last one. Exhale it up. Inhale, fingers to forehead. Soften through the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale it back down. Hands under shoulders. Onto hands and knees. Little wiggle out through the pelvis. And then reach your screen arm, or so you're facing the screen, longer than the mat, ear to arm, knees forwards of your pelvis. Your toes are touching that imaginary wall behind you. Your hands on the back of your pelvis, reach along through the crown of the head, tuck that rib cage in, take an inhale, exhale, float the knee up in the air. Inhale it back down. Big toe on big toe, exhale, knee. Inhale it back down. For 2 more. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. Squeeze. 4. Inhale it back down. Lift the knee away from the knee, the foot away from the foot. For 1. Rib cage. 2. 3. And 4. Hold it up in the air. Lift. Circle. Wall. Exhale. Inhale. 3. 2. 1. Circle it back the other way for 4. 4. Exhale. Inhale. 3. 2. 1. That was set 1. We're going to do set 2. You can stay here. Or there's the option to come up onto your forearm, lift your pelvis off the mat. You can either leave your pelvis on the mat or lift it off, but either way, you've got a straight line from your armpit to your hip or your armpit to your knee. Let's take that top hand behind the ear, come into our lateral hip flexion for 4. So you could have stayed where you are. You'd have had a little break if you did. 2, 3. Keep the pelvis still. 4. Leg lift, knee, away from knee, foot, away from foot, for 2. For 3, come down at any time, 4. Hold it in the air, circle one way, 4, exhale, inhale, 3. Woo, 2, 1. How much fun are you having? Let's take it back the other way, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee to your knee, your foot to your foot, your pelvis to the mat. Come down onto your side. Your lower arm, you're going to pick up your top leg. Just give it a hug and give that hip a little bit of TLC. Yeah. Let's take the top arm up to the ceiling. Drop it out. So release that top leg, bring your top arm back, slide your lower leg forwards towards you, push it up on your hands, come up into mermaid. Hand to back shin, remember that back leg can always straighten, or you can pop a towel, a block, a cushion under your hip, just to give yourself a little bit more space to play in. Hand to back shin, you've got the shoulders square over the pelvis. We're going to float the front hand up and over. As we exhale, inhale, release it. Exhale it up and over. Inhale, release it. Just one more. Exhale up and over. Inhale, release. And exhale it up and over. Inhale, release. Turn your shoulders now towards your back shin and try and take that hand somewhere below your knee. The other hand's on your ankle or on the front of your foot. We want to spin the shoulders towards the bottom end of the mat. Just sit down into it. Just sitting there is probably enough. Some of you may be able to fold your head down. Take a little release, hands behind. Legs come out in front, shake them out. Side 2. Here we go. Lower arm stretches away. Ear to arm. Knees stacked. Palm of the hand faces down. Top hand behind the pelvis. That's a real indicator of whether your pelvis is moving. We want to keep it still. So we're going to squeeze up for 4. Exhale, inhale. Into our lateral hip flexion. Keep that pelvis still. If you've got your hand on your bum, you should be able to feel the work in your muscles. Your gluteus medius. 4 now. Knee away from knee, foot away from foot. 2. Stretch the crown of the head away. 3. Tuck your rib cage in. Imagine that wall behind you. 4. Lift it up. Circle. 4. 3. 2. 1. Circle it back the other way. Inhale. Exhale. 2. 3. Rib cage. 4. Knee to knee, foot to foot. Option to stay here and repeat, or come up, hip to mat, or in elevation. Let's take that top hand to the ear. We're coming into our lateral hip flexion. 4. Inhale, exhale. Exhale it up. Inhale it back down. 3. We got this. 4. Awesome. Leg lift. Fire hydrant. Kneeling dog. 2. 3. 4. Lift it up. Hold it in the air now. You find your circle. Inhale, exhale. Explore it. Inhale, exhale. 3. Keep lifting that pelvis. Keep tucking the rib cage in. 4 the other way. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. 2. Stay with it. Nearly there. 3. And 4. Knee to knee. Foot to foot. Pelvis to mat. Come off that shoulder if you were on it. Draw the knee in towards you. Lower arm, top leg. Pick it up. Give it a bit of a hug, then send your arm up to the ceiling. And just open it out behind you. Ooh. We're going to release. Release the leg. Slide your top leg back. Draw your lower leg forwards. Push yourself up into your mermaid. And again, option to straighten the back leg and just bend the front leg in. Option to put a cushion under the hip. If you can, you're going to take hold of the back ankle and we're going to float the arm up to the ceiling. Take a big inhale here. Exhale it up and over. Inhale, release. Exhale up and over. Inhale, release. 2 more. Exhale up and over. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, release. Spin that arm round. Take hold just below the knee. If you've got your legs straight, you're just going to bring your hands to the outside of your thigh and rotate. But if you can do, one hand just below the knee, and one hand on the ankle, or on the foot, or on the bottom of the shin or the foot. We turn the shoulders and then we start to round through spine, like so. Sit into that hip. As ever, one side will probably feel prettier than the other. From here, release, bring the soles of the feet together, hands around the feet. Take a fold here, but reach long through the crown of the head. Maybe let that head soften down. And a little hip stretch. So stretch those legs towards the bottom end of your mat now. Take a fold. Hands down the front of the leggings. Reach for the feet. Or around the back of the calves. Draw your chest down towards your thighs. Let your head soften down. Whoo. Then roll it down through spine. Find full body stretch. Reach long through the fingertips, reach long through the toes. Then float those arms back over your shoulders. Walk your feet in 1, 2, so your feet are hip width apart. Got a little bit more work to do. Settle your pelvis, settle the back of your skull, your rib cage. Draw it down into the mat. Push into the soles of your feet now. Big toe, little toe, round the cup of your heel, and then float your ponytail, your arms off the mat as you exhale. You're going to reach your fingers past your chin. Inhale, reach it away. Exhale, float it up. Inhale, reach it away. How hard can you push into the soles of your feet? We're going to now curl the tailbone off the mat. Then reach the tailbone away. Exhale, ponytail, tailbone. So we're curling the front body into itself. See curving the spine. 3 more. Exhale it up. Inhale, reach long. Push down into the soles of your feet. 2 and 1. Head to mat, arms to mat. Lift both heels as you exhale. Come right up onto the tips of your toes. Inhale, float down through the soles of your feet. So that may be enough for you. Still bearing weight through your feet as you just float your heels off the mat. Otherwise, we're going to float the heels. We're going to float the toes. We're going to draw the knees in towards the eyebrows. And we release slowly back down. Maybe bring the inside seams of your leggings together. If you're lifting your feet off the floor, so we exhale up, pull in, squeeze. Inhale it back down. Try and keep your shoulders away from your ears. 3 more. Exhale it up. Squeeze. Inhale it back down. Last one. Squeeze it in. Release it out. Feet hip width, hands behind the head. We're going to finish with crisscross. So we're going to pick up the wall leg, draw the knee in towards the wall shoulder and bring the screen shoulder towards the wall knee. Release, place the foot on the floor. Screen leg picks up, knee comes in a straight line towards the shoulder, and then the wall shoulder comes across towards the knee. We release. Pick up the wall leg. Option now to pick up the screen leg as well. So you can stay with what we've just done, or this time the screen leg reaches away. As that knee comes in towards the shoulder, we switch. Excellent. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale it away. 2 more sets. And then we're back. Excellent. Shoulders away from the ears. Woo! Head to mat, 1 foot, 2 feet to mat. Let's take one last little release in shoulder bridge. So find where you want to put your feet. Big toe, little toe heel. Release your hands from behind your head. Bring them down to the mat beside you. Start to push into the soles of your feet. Just push your hands softly down the mat so you separate your collarbones. And again, let's begin to release that pelvis as high as it wants to go. You might want to stay here. You might want to interlock your fingers behind your back. Lift up off one shoulder and tuck it underneath. Lift up off the other and tuck it underneath. And just flare your rib cage. You want the chin away from the chest. You might want to close your eyes. If it's there for you, you might pop your hands behind your pelvis again. You know, release. Oh, sorry, stay there. Just shut your eyes and breathe. Take a moment. If it's not for you, come out of it at any time. For some of us, this feels very restorative. So on your next breath, you're going to release your hands. You'll feel your shoulders melt away as you do. And then when you're ready to, float down very, very gently through spine. Once your tailbone connects to the mat, bring your feet together, your knees together, and bring your wall hand behind your head. We're going to roll towards the wall. And we're going to interlock our fingers behind our head. So I want you to take a big breath in here. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw your screen elbow down towards the wall. We roll the shoulders forward. And then we inhale, we roll onto the back of the skull, the backs of the hands. Open the shoulders, open the rib cage, rotate. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Think about filling up that top lung. Let the pelvis move. Exhale it down. Inhale it all the way back up. Exhale it down. This time as you inhale, you roll over the back of your shoulders, the back of your pelvis, you pick up your knee, and you're going to roll towards your screen. So we release it down as we exhale, we inhale back up. Open that. Exhale it back. Ooh. 2 more. Inhale it back up. Hopefully your eyes are soft, even closed. Exhale. And inhale. So you probably know where you want to go now, whether you want to curl into a ball, whether you want to roll onto your back. You want to draw your knees into your belly. Spine, where you want to be. Let your eyes soften. Take a moment just to be still, to be quiet. And then we'll very, very gently open our eyes. Switch me off if you want to. Be a nice place to stay. Roll up to seated. Bring the soles of those feet together again. Just put your hands around the feet, take a little fold. And maybe from here, walk your hands out to right or the left. Let your head soften down towards your knee. And then walk it back to the centre. And we'll go out the other way. Just very, very softly. Come back through centre, bring your fingers to the mat, either side of your pelvis, reach all the way up. Maybe follow your fingers with your eyes, turn your palms to the outside of the room. Let them all. Awesome.